Do you have to cough up your slide deck when you're doing a presentation somewhere? Well, not literally, but this is one of the more popular questions that I get. When someone is given a presentation and a venue or an organizer asks for your slide deck to load onto their computer, do you have to do it? This article ended up being a bit longer than I thought it was going to be, so I've broken it into two different parts. And the answer is it depends. There can be legal aspects to this question. This is not legal advice. It's only practical business advice. Consult an attorney, your own, not someone paid by somebody else, such as your employer, with any questions that you might have. Caring for your intellectual property is a significant concern, and the more you understand about it up front before you begin a job with somebody, the better off you and everybody else will be. So let's get into the simple scenarios first. Then I'll address the more complex ones in the following video. Situation number one is you're an employee. If you work for an organization that pays you a salary, you pretty much have to do what they say because you're creating stuff on their dime and therefore that product belongs to them. This is pretty standard in employment agreements. Another aspect to be aware of is that if you create something on your work computer for a side business or something else, that product and that IP may also belong to your employer. Get clarity if you have any questions. Situation number two, you don't have any slides to show. So guess what? There's nothing to give. Many think not using slides today is odd, weird, and unbelievable, but it has its advantages and something I do quite often. Number one is something less to fail. Number two, I don't have to share my IP with other people. So some closing thoughts. Most of you out there will fall into scenario one. It's pretty cut and dry. For those of you who are entrepreneurs, contractors, and consultants, things can get a little bit more complex. We'll talk about that, and also if you're speaking on your own, be it for money or as a volunteer, and we'll address those more complex situations in the next video on Monday. Have a good weekend, and I will see you then.